The U.S. Air Force has announced 3 times that it will withdraw from the A-10 and 3 times that it will suspend its withdrawal, allowing the A-10 to continue to serve. So the withdrawal of the A-10 is related to the next step in the development of the U.S. Air Force. Is it to use multi-purpose fighters to replace the A-10 or to use a new stealth unmanned attack aircraft? There is no conclusion yet. Today we will talk in detail about who will replace the A-10 if the A-10 withdraws. In the Cold War, in order to deal with the Soviet armored forces, the U.S. needed a ground-to-ground attack aircraft with strong air support and excellent survivability. After a series of intense product bidding, the Fairchild Company finally won the project. This is the later A-10 Thunderbolt II attack aircraft. In 1972, the first flight test was successfully completed. After a few years of detailed polishing, it was officially deployed in the U.S. Army in 1977. It is a single-seat twin-engine aircraft with a maximum speed of 833 kilometers per hour and a combat radius of more than 460 kilometers. The appearance of the A-10 attack aircraft is very distinctive. At a glance, it is impressive. Almost every A-10 will spray a shark's mouth in front of it, and the shark's mouth contains a big snowman. Of course, this so-called snowman is actually a 30mm 7-cylinder gasoline engine. Behind the fighter, there are 2 TF-34-GE-100 turbofan engines that produce common electrical appliances. Because the engine is placed on top of the fuselage, the vertical wing can only be designed on both sides of the horizontal wing. The main task of the A-10 is to support the ground, based on infantry firepower support, and to help the infantry to solve the difficult task. As the saying goes, it is the dirt of the field. The main responsibility includes attacking enemy tanks, armored trucks, infantry positions, and other important ground targets. Because the A-10 needs to go down when it attacks, and the sound of the 30mm 7-cylinder gasoline engine really sounds like a pig's bark, you can hear it from a long distance. When the missile hits the ground, it will also generate a lot of smoke, just like a pig's bark. Because the characteristics of the A-10 are very similar to the pig's bark, the U.S. military gave it the title of oil pig. The official name is Thunder II, but no one called it. Let's talk about the 30mm 7-cylinder Avenger jet under the head of the A-10. It can launch armor-piercing missiles at a rate of 3,900 rounds per minute, which is the most powerful jet in history. The A-10 can load 1,174 rounds at a time, which is extremely effective against tanks and any armored vehicles. As long as the ground vehicles come across the A-10, they have almost no means of response, and the Avenger jet's accuracy is very high. At a distance of 1,200 meters, 80% of the missiles are distributed in a circle of less than 6.1 meters in radius. The A-10 has 8 external hangars. In addition to various bombs and rocket launchers, it can also carry the AGM-65 small cattle air-to-ground missile, the AGM-114 Hellfire anti-tank missile, and the AIM-9 short-range air-to-air missile. In addition to its strong firepower, the A-10's survivability is also relatively high. The armor of the aircraft can withstand artillery fire, ensuring that even injured aircraft can safely return to the base. Although the A-10 has created a lot of outstanding combat opportunities during its service, and has helped the U.S. ground forces a lot, these are all achieved under the guarantee of the strong air superiority of the U.S. military. Once the air superiority is lost, the A-10, a slow, low-mobility attack aircraft, will face huge risks. The current war environment and the situation when designing the A-10 are completely different. The A-10 is not equipped with enough aviation equipment to improve its survivability. It is difficult to fight against enemy fighters alone. In the modern era, once the A-10 attack aircraft is found, it is almost impossible to survive without other fighters to protect the aircraft. At present, there are a variety of excellent single-soldier air defense systems and field air defense weapons. For the A-10, which relies on low and slow flight and improves ground attack accuracy, it has great power. The reason why the U.S. military has not given up on the A-10 is that its opponents are too weak. In the Russian-Ukrainian War, the Russian-Ukrainian attack aircraft Su-25 was once a product of the Soviet Union, to compare with the A-10. Although the performance is not as good as the A-10, it is also a relatively powerful attack aircraft. However, the war loss rate on the Russian-Ukrainian battlefield is very high. Many were shot down by single-soldier air defense weapons. As a result, in December 2022, the U.S. Congress finally approved the withdrawal of 21 A-10 aircraft. In the second year, that is, in 1923, the A-10 finally received a large-scale withdrawal. Before the withdrawal, 281 A-10s were in service, and 40 to 50 A-10s were withdrawn every year. After the withdrawal of the A-10 attack aircraft, the 355th Company will equip the F-35A stealth fighter. The U.S. Congress has realized that the earlier the withdrawal of more than 200 A-10s, the more precious resources the U.S. Air Force can lay out to purchase and develop new warplanes. For example, equip more F-35s, make up for the A-10's job vacancy, or speed up the development of the sixth generation of warplanes. In the latest U.S. military and military equipment test, the storage capacity of long-range missiles directly determines the odds of the U.S. Army's victory. The U.S. Air Force plans to withdraw 310 F-35s in 2024 to raise funds, and plans to purchase 200 NGADs in the future, and to equip 2 unmanned aerial vehicles for each NGAD and 300 F-35s. The U.S. military plans to build thousands of new generation of main battle aircraft to continue to maintain the Air Force's advantage in quantity and quality. At present, the only attack aircraft in service in the world is the A-10 Su-25, and these warplanes are being withdrawn one after another. The attack aircraft may disappear in the future Air Force. Of course, before the attack aircraft disappears, the multi-purpose warplanes have already begun to develop in the direction of ground attack. The U.S. F-16s, F-15s, F-18s, Russian Su-30s, Su-34s, Su-35s, and French F-15s, these multi-purpose warplanes in service do not need major modifications to carry out various types of missions. Some multi-purpose warplanes are required to have ground attack capabilities, such as the U.S. F-16s, F-35s, Russian Su-25s, and some are improved after service, usually equipped with other equipment. The U.S. F-15 series aircraft belongs to this category. The F-15 was originally a pure air-to-air warplane, and later, due to its excellent fuselage performance, a multi-purpose model was launched, the F-15E and F-15EX. The F-35 series was originally developed as a multi-purpose warplane because it not only has air superiority, but also its own function can become a pioneer in air combat. The air defense systems of all countries have not yet had an effective response. Israel has used the F-35 to carry out missions in the Middle East many times. Its stealth function makes the Russian S-300, S-400 air defense system look like a shoe-shay. The F-35's air-to-air system is actually more advanced than the F-22, and more composite materials have been used. The F-35 pilot wears a helmet display. The aircraft is equipped with an active control radar and 6 infrared sensors around the aircraft to make it a small pre-warning aircraft. It can also share information through the data chain and coordinate the 4 aircraft to fight together. When there is no need for stealth missions, the F-35 can also activate the beast mode. There are 6 external hangars that can carry weapons. The F-35 has a 25mm cannon that can carry air-to-air missiles, including the AIM-120, AIM-9X, and AIM-132. Although the F-16 has been in service for a long time and is a light aircraft, the U.S. military still allows it to continue service, indicating that it is really good. Because of the F-15 air superiority, the F-16 rarely participates in air combat and is more used for ground combat. It has participated in several large-scale airstrikes by the U.S. military. The F-16 aircraft is equipped with a 20mm cannon and 11 external hangars that can carry AIM-120 advanced medium-range air-to-air missiles, AIM-9X short-range air-to-air missiles, various air-to-ground missiles and anti-tank missiles, as well as various precision-guided bombs. The latest model, F-16V, has advanced active anti-aircraft radar and can also use anti-aircraft radar and anti-aircraft radar for ground attack search and lock on target. The flight performance of these multi-purpose fighters is excellent, and the air-to-air equipment is also very complete and can be used as a paratrooper. At the same time, because of their excellent carrying capacity, they can also be used as missile trucks and precision-guided weapons. Of course, compared with the attack aircraft, the functions of these fighters are more comprehensive, more complex, and the cost of use is also more expensive. In addition to the multi-purpose fighters, the U.S. military is also trying to make drones a major means of ground attack. The U.S. military is working hard to develop artificial intelligence drones, hoping to maintain air superiority and ground strike capability while also reducing the cost of use and saving expenses. The U.S. military mainly has two development directions. One is the traditional propeller-type slow-speed drone, and the other is the high-speed jet-type slow-speed drone. The propeller-type slow-speed drone mainly has the MQ-9 series and the currently in development Mojave drones. The MQ-9 is a high-altitude slow-speed drone that has many applications in reconnaissance and ground attack, but it lacks protection against air defense weapons and is difficult to survive in intense confrontation. In addition to the MQ-9, the U.S. Atomic Company is also developing an attack drone, the Mojave. It uses the body of the MQ-1C, and 3 wings are from the MQ-9. The wings are redesigned for low-speed flight, and the high-velocity device greatly reduces the takeoff and landing distance. The Mojave wings have a flat back, which enhances low air and low-speed performance while increasing strength and can carry more and more heavy weapons. It can carry up to 3,600 pounds and can carry up to 16 low-firing missiles, which is equivalent to the capacity of the AH-64 Apache. It is 4 times that of the MQ-9. The Mojave can partially replace the A-10 attack aircraft and the AH-64 armed helicopter. The development of high-speed drones is called the Joint Combat Aircraft Project in the United States, or CCA. The currently in development are the XQ-67A, the MQ-28A, and the XQ-58A. They all use stealth design, including the upper intake and the V-shaped tail, and so on. The MQ-28 also incorporates artificial intelligence and uses a drone with a modular mission package system. The entire fuselage of the aircraft can be dismantled and quickly replaced with the fuselage with different equipment or weapons for combat, troop reconnaissance, electronic warfare, and so on. One of its duties is to assist the Australian Royal Air Force in manned aircraft, such as the F-35A, in defense and surveillance operations. The drone is designed to be a medium-sized aircraft and is operated by a mother plane. It can also operate independently when it is attacked and blocks enemy aircraft. This aircraft is the first fighter to be developed and designed in Australia for more than half a century. Boeing said the aircraft was made in Queensland or in the United States, depending on the market. On September 21, 2021, Australian Boeing announced that new production facilities would be operated at the Tuvan-Bavelkamp Airport in Queensland. The Australian Royal Air Force originally planned to buy 3 air-to-air combined systems as part of the Royal Aircraft Development Plan. After the full-size model was unveiled at the Avalon Air Show in 2019, the first real aircraft will be powered by a system in March 2020. In May 2020, Australian Boeing completed the development of the world's world-class unmanned aerial vehicles and developed them in an integrated way based on advanced aerodynamics principles, including flight stability and control, light propulsion and power systems, low-power light navigation and long-range communication and processing systems, advanced structural and dedicated sensors, and advanced stealth drones, micro-unmanned aircraft, frontline drones, unmanned interceptors, attack drones, anti-radar attack drones, to better execute strategic and tactical reconnaissance, provide intelligence and carry out attacks, and will have a profound impact on the future war. Compared to drones, drones are low-priced, small, agile, unlimited takeoff, no casualties, simple air-to-air protection, and can return to the air with the enemy when necessary. But in terms of technology, because there are no pilots and the loading system is complicated, it is also inconvenient to fly. When there is a malfunction, it cannot be ruled out and cannot be adjusted in time, usually to return to the base. It is easy to crash. There are few sensors to carry. To a large extent, it depends on the various sensors of the drone to obtain information. There is a problem of how to manage a large amount of information flow. The interaction between the aircraft and the pilot and the degree of coordination between the pilot and the pilot is much more complicated. On the one hand, it requires a highly intelligent and secure data chain. On the other hand, the quality of the operators is also very high. Operators not only need to monitor the aircraft's flight state and change the direction in time, but more importantly, they must send action commands so that the aircraft can quickly activate or attack in time. In general, Do you think A-10 will have a successor or be completely abandoned by the U.S. military to develop unmanned attack aircraft or transfer intelligence to multi-purpose fighters? Welcome to leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching video, like and subscribe my channel. See you next time.